the year. I'm melting. And it's a kind of a wet heat, so your sweat isn't evaporating, which makes it so much worse. Even the dog's not enjoying it. She's sitting with me. Oof. Kind of one of those really weird days. I hope you have a good one, man. I hope you enjoy it. Once in a while, it's a good thing. Even my dog is melting. She's just being a flop. One of the hottest days this year. Oh goodness. Yeah, it's. I know how that goes to get bored with that stuff. Had a really weird day today. So I've got a generator. I let my neighbor right across from me borrow it, and the neighbor down there borrow it, and even the neighbor up there borrow it. Once in a while, come out to use it because there's a little bit of gas in. Hey, BTC and Johnny Half. There's a bit of gas in there, and I want to run the AC in the place because it's so freaking hot out today. I'm melting, absolutely melting. It's just gone. Neighbor didn't have it anymore. Other neighbor doesn't have it. The other neighbor doesn't have it. The one rule with that is if you take it, just put the gas back in. Come to find out, the other neighbor across from me, they didn't take it, but they saw who did. The organizer took it because he needed it without asking. And he's had it for like 3 days without saying anything. Then I go up to get it, and he says I can't take it because it's not my generator. But it is my generator. He says, no, it's my neighbor's. I was like, no, it's my generator. And I got into an argument with the guy because he didn't even ask my neighbor if he could take it. He was just picking up some tools that he lent him like the other day, and he's like, ooh, a generator. I'm going to take this back up there. Mine now. And he's been running it nonstop to run his trailer for the last few days. Killed all the gas. I'm mad at that because I wanted to use it, a full tank in there, to keep myself cool. It's like 32 degrees out. I'm melting. Figured, hey, now was the time to actually use the AC. I got the generator, and yeah, when I complained about it, like when I got it, when I did get it, I had to come down and get my neighbor, and my neighbor went up there. It's like, what the hell? You took it even without asking me or asking him. It's not my generator, and it's empty now. Like, are you gonna refill the gas? He's like, oh, that's kind of too bad. He's like, he didn't care that he used all the gas. He didn't replace any of the gas, just used it. I got my gas back, though. Walked into his shed, because he's got one of those ATVs now. Took a whole jerry can of gas and filled it up. I just walked in his shed, and he's like, you can't do that. It's like, you took my shit. I'm replacing the gas, you put it out. And okay, I'd say it's nearly full. I'd say it's 3/4 full. But I topped that damn thing up with all that gas he had there, every last drop of it. In fact, I filled it up too much, so I've got it back. He didn't steal it. He borrowed it without telling anybody. I don't mind who, like my neighbors, they can take my stuff and use it. They always bring it back, or I know where it is. I can see it. And when I say my neighbors, I mean my immediate neighbors. So the one across from me, the one beside me, or even the one across over there or there. I know these people. I'm friends with these people. If it's out, take it. My other neighbor constantly comes over to charge off my solar, his tools and whatnot. But just to do that without telling anybody, only reason why that I knew where it was because someone saw him come down to take a bunch of tools that were the lawnmower and the other stuff, the other day and saw them load up my big yellow generator. No, my neighbors are good. I've got some really good neighbors. Like my other neighbor, like the ones that borrow my stuff, I don't mind. He came over the other day. I'm pretty much out of supplies right now. But he's been cleaning out his freezer from his sausages and whatnot. Uh, so he came over with a bunch of deer and pork meat sausages. They were fantastic. You're gone now, but they were freaking, chef's kiss. It's back now. The Jenny's back now. The guy who took the Jenny took it without saying it to anybody, and he doesn't have blanket permission to take my stuff. There's only a few people that have that permission. That's again my neighbor, uh, right across from him, right across from me. His name Ithamar. Ithamar's a great guy, or Corey, or Ben, because they did the same thing for me. It's just the organizer came down, packed up a bunch of tools, and just threw the generator in the back of his thing, and he's been using it to run his trailer. Like what I planned on doing today was running my air conditioner, the trailer system off of the generator, just to keep cool because it's so freaking hot out right now. Oh, Moose, come here! See if I can get her to come out of the trailer. She won't. She doesn't like. She just went. She was here with me when I had it a few minutes ago, but she just went back into the trailer. It's so freaking hot out. And he had the same idea as I did. Ooh, a generator. I'm gonna run the trailer's AC off of it. And he used all my gas, did it without telling anybody, and I think he would have kept it up there forever. Ooh, a nice generator for free. But I got it back. He killed the tank of gas, and he's like, when I confronted him about the tank of gas, he's like, oh well, because the one rule is if you use it, replace it at least. And I walked into the guy's shed, took a big jerry can of his gas. He's like, you can't do that. And I was like, yes, I can. You took my Jenny, I'm taking this. And I filled my tank up over full. Oh, Johnny, that's exactly the. Yeah, okay, I am a little bit dehydrated. A while back, I was homeless. Paige, I cannot pronounce the first name at all, but hi, Paige. Yeah, something like. I wouldn't say he's a scumbag. I. He means well, but he's kind of pig-headed, I guess. I think everything around here he has access to what he believes, or something like that. Jack Jones, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't really have a beer of choice. If I want a beer or something once in a while, I'll get three random choices. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, I'm too poor to have a beer right now, anyways. I can't afford a freaking beer. But on the 21st, I get some money from YouTube coming in. I'm doing a supply run, and I think I'm going to pick myself up 3 or 4 beers. And I'm thinking something dark. I'll probably pick up a stout. Not Guinness. There's a German brand named Dab that makes a really good stout as well. Pick that up. When I do the supply run, I'll get myself a nice, maybe an oxtail or a bison tail, and braise that over the fire for a few hours. It really depends. Like if I'm having a beer, it's usually with something to eat. It's to make the meal a little bit better. It's kind of like a nice glass of wine. If you're doing an IPA is not really a steak or a meat beer. If you're having an IPA, it makes it better. I think that's more of a something light, maybe a chicken or a fish, not a salmon, but a fish, or even sushi, or sushi or a white fish. Not salmon. Salmon is too much. Salmon is more of a lager. Same with a steak is a lager or a stout. But if you're making like a fried fish and you're making a batter, use a stout in the batter. It's, oh man, I like to cook. No, like the last time I had a beer, honestly, I've drank more in my entire life in the 6 months I've been here than I have in my entire life combined. Maybe twice a week with my neighbor, because you go over there, you start working on his property with him. He brings out a beer and it's rude not to take, but today is just too hot to do anything. And I am actually really dying for a beer. I think probably around Thursday of next week, maybe Friday. Sit outside, get a nice big pile of wood, yay high, and have a fire. Moosey Moo, come here! Come on, Moose! Ah, nah, you don't need to buy me a beer. But I know the plan is I'm going to gather a nice big pile of wood, about 6 feet off the ground, get a nice big bonfire going. I have a half a dozen pallets I want to burn. They're not good for building or anything like that. So I will get a night. I'll throw a couple of those on, have a big beautiful bonfire. The whitefish, yeah, that sounds good. See, with there's a certain with fish though. Uh, Whitefish like a bass or a pickerel, they don't need breading. A pike, you need to really process the meat, almost macerate it, and turn it into fish cakes. There she is. She came running. She always comes running. That's the dog. You running around being crazy? I don't want your kisses. You're being crazy. Hello, Mario. But yeah, that's the dog. Still just a puppy. She was inside hanging out, hiding because it's hot out. And then I called her. She's such a smiley girl. But you can see how hot it is by the flop. She's a floppy puppy. Ah, sit. Good girl. Go find your toy, and I'll throw it for you. Go find your toys. And hello, Mario. Go. Get Moose. Go, go, go play. Go play. Go play. Go. Go play. You're good. Well, you're not training today. You know, you're okay. It's too hot to train you. Yeah, man, it is right now 32. I think it's one of the hottest, and it's really humid out, so the sweat's not evaporating. Uh, I think probably when my neighbor comes down, he said he's going to come down today in the evening. We're going to head down to the spring and fill up the water jugs, because I'm down to my last 5 liters of water. And what? 25, 50, 75, 100. I typically have on me 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to 300 liters of water, and I'm out. Oh, my dog's got water in her bowl. I need to go get more water from the spring soon. If you look at my eyes, are all leaky right now because it's so dang hot. And I probably throw myself into the spring today. Ugh. Just get nice and cool. Oh, well, thank you guys for joining me just so I could shoot the shit for a bit. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I don't know what keeps happening to the garden, but it just keeps randomly dying. It hasn't been too cold. It's been getting watered, and all the plants decided to go yellow and just die. There's a puppy in her natural habitat. Right, Moose? Moosey moo. Moosey 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 moo. She's all stretched out. I love that dog. O'Hare International and 3 miles east of Bob's famous Italian beef. Oof. Beef is good, my friend. I oh, I really want like a nice hunk of meat. You know, you're not wrong. If I can get her to come here and I'll get you a close up of her face, she's stretched out, staying cool. I'll let her do her thing. But she's got a Karen haircut. She looks like a Karen. And the way she yells at children, she's kind of a Karen. You got that, Moosey Moo? Come here. Come on over. I'll get her to look at me. You'll see. I swear she looks like a Karen. Right? Do you look like a Karen? That's a total Karen haircut. Alrighty, whatever your name is, Mwaha Wafa, you have fun with that. I'm not even gonna block you or time you out. You got like zero maturity. You're not worth my time. But you're more than welcome to troll it. Gives me some interaction. Oh, don't hide it. Interaction's interaction. Yeah, it gets me pumped out to the algorithm. He can't hurt me. Would I know what you're trying to get me to say? Fiji. Hello, Mark. It's a hot. How is it down in Ottawa? It's one of the hottest days we've had here. Even my dog is melted. My dog has turned into a puddle of puppy. See? Why do you have so much dirt on your face? Why do you get so much dirt on your face? It's the same temperature up here, 32. Getting ready to head down to the spring with the neighbor and fill up my water because I've got about 5 liters left, and I'm probably going to throw myself in. Yeah, I'm a little too far to get down to the lake. I'm going to the spring. The water is ice cold no matter what. Always flowing. Maybe throw this little melted dog into it. She turns into a flop when it's hot. Well, Royal Life CEO, she does get to be a dog with stipulations. She's been trained to the borders of my lot. She will not go to the road. She will not go too far back there. And most of the time, she's just hanging out. She comes when she's called. It's taken a lot of training with her to get her to this point where I can trust her by herself. But even then, I like to keep an eye out for her. Um, sad thing happened yesterday. Not the day before yesterday evening. So today is Saturday, Friday, Thursday evening. My neighbor, he has had a very large, big white fluffy dog. I'd say 5 times the size of my dog. I think it was Malinois. Very beautiful dog. Malinois Husky mix. Big dog. Unfortunately, it had the guard dog, the livestock guardian dog temperament. So it wanted to wander, and it was always trying to get off leash. And my neighbor Okay, honestly, it's a bit his fault. What happened was he didn't properly train the dog. Moose here, she gets a minimum of 1 hour training each day, and with the hunting training she's been doing, that's been about 3 hours a day. Soon she's going to be able to go run in the bush and pull me out a rabbit. But he didn't work really hard with the training, so the dog was always fighting to get off the leash. And unfortunately, Thursday evening, he was heading out, and the dog broke through some aircraft cable, some tow cable, got off leash, ran behind the car, and he hit his own dog with the car. He had to be put down. So that's got me very. I keep an eye on her like 24 hours a day because of. I would hate for anything to happen to her. Happy birthday, Boondock. But yeah, now I'm just waiting to hit up the spring when the neighbor gets here because being out of water, I've only got 5 liters left. Right, Moose? Bah, there's the dog. Just staring. She's hot. I'm hot. And we're all hot. Where are you going? You looking at the flowers? See ya, Cornish. Oh, but yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to though. Next week, next Thursday, I get some money in. Going down to do a nice supply run. Get some stuff for a nice lunch. For a proper cookout. I'm gonna have this huge campfire bonfire. I've got about six pallets I'm gonna burn. Plus for a few days, I will collect a bunch of firewood. Do a proper bonfire overnight, and it'll be nice. It's supposed to cool down for next week, anyways, overnight. So that'll be nice. Yeah, I know. But yeah, as I was talking earlier, it's been a weird day. I, if you were here earlier, I was telling you what happened today. I went out to start up my generator because it's so hot out. I wanted to run AC. I wanted tonight be nice and cool. Let the dog be cool. Let myself be cool. And my neighbor had borrowed my generator, so I went over to get it, and it's gone. So I went to my other neighbor to see if he had it. It's not there. Went to the other neighbors to see if they had it, and they said they saw the organizer picking up a lawnmower and throwing my big yellow generator into the back of his truck on Friday. So I went up there to see where the heck my generator is, and he took it without asking. And not only that, as he had the same idea I did today, was to run it and run an air conditioning unit in his trailer. He ran it. There was no gas in it left, and he had no intention of replacing it. I don't even think he had an intention of telling me he even borrowed it. And when I left it, there was about 3/4 worth of gas left in there. Pancake King, I do not know the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? But yeah, no, I went up there, got it, and I'm like, dude, the gas. You weren't going to replace it, and he's like, that's not really my problem. Or what's it to you? It wasn't very nice of him. He's got his girlfriend living with him now, so he's trying to be all this big, tough guy, hotshot kind of deal, and his attitude's not working for me or anybody. But he got mad at me because he's got this big ATV now, which, good for him. I walked into his shed, grabbed a jerry can full of gas, and filled my generator, and he's like, you can't do that. Dude, I need the gas. I've been saving that gas for a day like this. Yeah. I'm glad Moose got named Moose. I'm glad we went with the name Moose because it's so. She's such a tiny fluff ball. It's such an opposite name of what. It's such a contradiction. I love it so much. He's not a bad guy. I'll give him that. He's not a bad guy. See, she's all flopped out. Right, Moose? Moose. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy at all. But ever since his girlfriend got in here, I think she's, you know, kind of making him be less pleasant. Well, Dylan Kurt, that is completely allowed. I too use my phone while I'm on the toilet. And soon, I'm heading to the spring in a little bit, just to fill up my water containers, which I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be nice and cool because the water's coming from like 100 feet down from an actual aquifer. I'm just gonna, put both our arms out in the air and fall face forward into the cool water. I can't sing. I can't sing worth a damn. If you haven't noticed something about my speaking voice, I'm fairly monotoned. This is my like one tone. I can do newscaster voices, but my my voice is very monotoned, and I know this. I can't sing worth a damn. I've got one tone, and that's the best I got, man. I wish singing was something I was capable of. I actually admire singers. I'm not one of them. Hello, music. Royal live beef is a luxury. That's why I've taken up hunting. Because meat, like actual full muscle pieces of meat, are a luxury to me. And when I can get like a pheasant or even a squirrel, by the way, squirrel is for freaking awesome meat to eat. Not a city squirrel, but a country squirrel. They're different. They're very tasty. Same with the pheasants when you can get them. And I've always got for winter. She's a very squishy, floppy puppy, so I think she'd be very nice and tender. I got a puppy as backup. Oh, I am fantastic. Life is good. Oh, there she goes. Oh, exactly, Josie. The times now, like when I do get a nice full muscle piece of even a crappy steak, I appreciate it. And heck, I'm even happy just buying. You can get a full brisket for nothing because brisket is the cheapest meat you get. You have to cook it forever. Okay, you want to see me? I know. Are you using me as a jungle gym? I would just buy a cheap, tough piece of brisket, cut it down on the steaks, and cook it just so it's cooked. And yeah, you got to chew through it. It's like a piece of rubber. But I love it. I don't mind chewy meat. And I really do just appreciate a full muscle piece of meat once in a while. Hey, stop digging in the dirt. Yeah, I know you're a dog. Go play. I like hanging out with you too, but go run around. Go be crazy. Oh, well, Josie, I'm not living out of a tent. I love myself a shower. I can have a shower in the camper, which I do. Or honestly, it's summertime, so it's too muggy and warm out to have a hot shower. I just go into the lake and throw myself in, or go to the spring and have a really cold freaking shower. The water is like near freezing as it comes out. It's beautiful water. Mm. Or if I really, really was desperate, I could go to the truck stop, pay $5, and have a hot shower and a bath. But I got multiple ways to bathe. Same thing like the other day when I was helping the guy down the street put the solar in on his the tiny home. So there's a guy down the street who builds tiny homes. I'm hoping to pick up more work from him. I helped him install uh, on so 20 panels on 10 tiny homes, did all the wiring and stuff. And, in there, it's not really up and running. So it was a hot day. I'm sweating to death. Got a nice shower at his motel. He owns a motel. It's not open, but he owns a motel that he redid himself, plus like 200 acres behind it, and used one of the rooms in there to have a nice shower. Well, Royal Life CEO, how do I balance meds? Right now, I've got a very decent doctor. Took me. I've been off my med. I was off my medication for about 5 months. Now I can actually have a friend pick them up from Sunnybrook Hospital and mail them to me. How do I balance the meds? I just take them and I make sure I stay on them. I have no problem getting around. I've got my meds, and I'll always have no problem getting them. They're expensive. They're like $800 for a month's supply, and my doctor realizes this, so he gives me, he balances them out for me for a quadruple dose on all my meds. So I split them into fours. So I buying a month's supply, but I'm directed to only take them in quarter doses. So there are decent doctors out there who give a shit about you. And when I got them, most of the bus ride back here, I was splitting pills because I have a pill splitter, and getting them ball back in their boxes, trying not to drop them. But yeah, it was a fun day the other week. My neighbor was heading to Toronto, so I jumped in the car with him. We drove for 12 hours, 10 hours from here to Toronto. We got into Toronto, dropped me off at Sunnybrook Hospital about 7:30 in the morning. We left here at 9 o'clock at night. Got there at 7:30 in the morning, where another friend of mine met me. We went into the pharmacy when they opened at 9, filled out some paperwork so she could pick up my medication for me, got my meds that I'd paid for 5 months ago, finally. Jumped in her car. She drove me to Scarborough Town Center, where I made it to the bus to North Bay with 5 minutes to spare, and then transferred from North Bay to up here. And yeah, I got back. So it was a solid. I got back for 9:30. It was a solid, almost 24 hours of nonstop traveling. Oh, weed up here is completely legal. I've had a few people suggest me to start taking it, and I can't. I've tried it here and there, and it messes with my head too much. Even the CBD, I just don't like what it does to my brains, so I stay away from it. And it's something I don't need in my life. And with my medication I'm on, that I actually have now, that I'm staying regimented and taking properly, I don't think my doctor's out to hurt me. In fact, I don't think really doctors are out to hurt you. It's a Hippocratic oath. They genuinely care. And yeah, I'm staying on my meds. Oh, see, I've never had a problem with cleanliness. In fact, I'm very fastidious about cleanliness. I'm constantly picking up, cleaning, all that stuff. It's, I don't want to live in a mess. It's icky. Well, thank you, Royal Life. I appreciate that. Where did my dog go? Polar Bends, I agree with you on that one to a point. So I've met a bunch of new social workers up here. I have a social worker in town, and she is helping me reapply for disability. She says I can't get on Ontario Works because I have the property, and it sucks. Like I went down there, and I've had her since I got laid off. from. So I got up here. I had a job, Gary, and it was remote work for an insurance company. Unfortunately, Trump decided to put out his tariffs, and all the Canadian employees we got laid off. So I've been making it ends meet via YouTube and picking up odd jobs around the area up here. And yeah, that's what's been keeping me going. And I applied for Ontario Works, which is welfare. Don't call it something it's not. It's welfare. But because I've got the land in my name, it's not even worth that much. Like the land itself is like worth less than $5,000. Land up here is dirt cheap. But I've got too many assets in my name now. Like my home and whatnot. If you have more than $10,000 of assets in your name, you can't get Ontario Works. So I got flat out denied for that. But she's been helping me reapply for disability because I've got MS, and up here they're different. They haven't even tried to speak to me about the MAID program. If you're not from Canada, the MAID program is the medical assisted deletion, assisted suicide. But back in Toronto, I had social workers sit there and actively try to convince me to take the program. End it all because you're not going to be happy. If you should do it. Well, you have the choice. You should do it. Well, you still are capable and aren't suffering. I don't want to die, lady. And yeah, though up here they're different. Up here they deal with less people. They see less of the bad, more of the good, and they genuinely care about people. MAID should. Oh, I agree with you. Like up here it's different, and yes, it's what last year there was 20,000 people, 25,000 people who received the MAID program who should not have received the MAID program, who were just they needed therapy, they were depressed. But all you need to get MAID up here is two doctors to sign off on it. They don't even have to be your doctors. If you can find two doctors to sign that piece of paper, and they're out there, a lot of them are out there. They'll do it, and it's just done. I agree with you, and I don't agree with you with that, Josie. Oh, I know it's scary. It's terrifying. I will be honest. I don't think it should not exist. If a person is really gonna suffer, I think it should be an option for certain cases. But unfortunately, with the way things went, it didn't stay the way it should have. Like again, I've got MS. There could come a time where I'm completely blind, in a wheelchair, can't walk, can't take care of myself. In that case, I would probably consider taking that program because that's not really living. And so I see there is a need for it, but the way it went was it ain't good. Yes, Royal Life. Yep, that's what it is. It's terrifying. Well, Josie, again, I think there is a place for that type of thing. There is some good to it, but the restrictions are so low, the barrier for it is so low that you just feel sad or you're chronically depressed, you can take it. So you're heading to North Bay. Yeah, there's a lot of crown land up there. So you're going. Just remember, with if you're going crown land camping, uh, you're not allowed to put down any permanent structure. And if you are crown land camping, leave it as you got it. So you leave no garbage around. You don't even leave your waste around. If you use the bathroom, you bag it, you bring it in, you bring it out. That's the rules. But you're going to enjoy it. Also, stay away from already set up camps. Usually, if you're don't just use a trail. Find a nice little spot, secluded spot, because if you're using a camp that's already made, you're going to get a lot of intruders, a lot of people walking through your camp and just bothering you. But besides that, if you find a place secluded enough, you'll have a great time. Hi, Moose. Moose brought her pig to say hi. She wants me to play fetch. Or she's going to run away with it. Hey, Moosey Moo, come here. Bring Piggy here. Come on, bring Piggy. Let's play fetch. Come on, I'll throw it for you. Do you want me to throw you, Piggy? She wants to play fetch. What? 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 Go get it. Yes, Moose. How you doing, Moose? Oh, she ran away. Oh, no, she ran back. What do you want, dog? She wants me to throw her pig. Go get it. Oh, she's such a good dog. Here she comes running down the path with her pig in her mouth. You gonna bring it a little bit closer so I can throw it? I thought you wanted me to throw it. Honk honk. Drop it. Good, Moose. You ready? Go get it. Oh, she's in the grass now. She's probably got it in her mouth. Or, yep, there she is. And she's about to pop out. Any second now. I can see your tail, Moose. Come on, bring it back. Here she comes. Drop it. Good girl. You want me to throw it? Yeah, she's pretty fat. Oh, I I think this is the proper way to have a dog, is properly train them for the area. And her, I don't think she would do well in a city. I don't think she's a city dog. She is a country dog. She needs her area to run around, be a little bit crazy, get all these dang seeds in her tail. And she does have a little bit of that working dog line in her. So it's her job to protect the property. You know, I feel so bad. I would not want you to lose an animal. I don't want to. I hope you feel better, and hopefully you'll be able to bring a new furry friend into your life sometime. Yep. So yeah, if you guys want to ask any questions, please feel free. I'll answer pretty much anything. But I think it might be getting on to that time where I get to head down to the spring and throw myself in. Honestly, it is a scorcher out today. I wish I was a little bit closer to the lakes because I would throw myself in every day. I don't watch the news, so I don't know. I don't know which side is right, which side is wrong, or really anything about that. I don't. I stay away from news. News is bad. News is depressing. I'm too busy just trying to live, survive myself, to get involved in too much of the politics and news. So I have no opinions. That's a fact. People's people. People are generally good. But no, I stay out of politics, and I try to stay away from the news as much as humanly possible. When it's just so much arguing and fighting, and you're wrong, I'm right. This country's bad. This country's also bad, and you're bad for liking this country. And more money, 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 money. It's just so evil. It's really sad that there's so much fighting going on between countries like Canada and the United States and everywhere right now with the tariffs. I just wish, man, we're just all people. We're all humans. I bleed red, you bleed red. No one's bleeding pink or purple. So I think we're all good. Can't we all just human? Human is human. Right, Moose? Come here. Come say hi to the camera. Come on, sit to the shoulder. Uppy, uppy. Come on. Come here. There we go. I know you want your peg back, but I know you want to sit up here. Be my shoulder puppy. There we go. Shoulder dog. There we go. Oh. Believe it or not, she'll do this on her own sometimes. Yeah, she's a ginger. Moose, come on. I was cosplaying me not being bald and you ran away. Fine. One more throw. I've never watched Brickleberry. I don't know what that is. Johnny, there's a reason why Canada wouldn't import your guys' dairy. Our market is so small compared to you. You guys produce thousands more times dairy than Canadians do. You guys could overwhelm our market throwing hundreds of dairy farmers out of business. That's the point with the dairy. That's the point. It's just the way it had to be. Like, if we open it up, you'd just destroy an industry. You got to remember, you guys have more industry, more humans than Canada does. We've got 35 million, where you've got 300 and something million. It would bankrupt us. It'd do a lot more damage than good for you guys. And yeah, no, like what Canada has more of is our natural resources. What it's Newfoundland's got diamonds and Same with one of the Northwest Territories. We got diamonds. Ontario's got gold and lumber. Alberta's got oil, all the oil, a lot of oil. Nova Scotia's got stuff. Nova Scotia's got fish and inbreeding. Oh, that's mean. That's not mean. BC's got jade among more jade than you can even think about. BC's got jade. Manitoba exists as well. Hello, honey. Well, I will accept that the forest fires are a Canadian problem. It's a Canadian government's fault too. We don't do enough to manage our forests. They should be managing the forest a lot better. But you know, they think it's pretty. Not really controlled by the crown. We are our own nation. It's not controlled by the crown. Yeah, that's probably bad. We had the ash up in the a few months ago when the forest fires down south were really bad. It was all cloudy over. You thought it was going to rain, but no, it was just smoke from the forest fires a couple 100 kilometers south. Hey, honey, yeah. Well, at least you guys have oil. Y'all have oil, lots and lots of oil. Last I heard, Alberta was talking about becoming its own nation. They could do it too. They got the money. So, who's on the money? What bill? We've got Sir Wilfrid Laurier on one of our bills and a hockey team. We've got the Queen is on the 20, on the back of the 20. We've got Wilfrid Laurier on the 5 and polar bears. We've got uh, nobody needs Quebec. Quebec is Quebec. Can't live with them. Pretty sure you can live without them. I haven't touched cash in a long time. I don't know who's on the money anymore. I haven't touched a physical dollar in a very long time. Are you having fun, Moose? Too poor to touch money. I've got exactly until the 21st $1.94 in my account. So I don't know who's on the money. All my money's digital. I've got a debit card. Which is probably a bad thing if all the systems go down to have. Hey, Moose! I don't need you all dirt. Oh, you little shit. You little shit. She's a troublemaker. Yeah, that's how it goes. Everybody's poor now. You can't. I tried. They sell a bag of apples up here for $10 now. Toronto is closer to 15. Everything, even when I was like being able to survive off the dollar store, things like cans of lunch meat, they used to be $2 even. Right now they are, I think $3 or $2.75 or $3. It's everything is too expensive to survive. I wouldn't be making it from at all if I didn't have the option to hunt. Moose is starting to look pretty tasty. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I think I could take some of don't worry, I'll keep you around for a little while, but I'll take the left leg, roast that over the fire, so I have the right leg for the for winter. Yeah, no, everybody's poor. Everybody's broke. Again, this week, I got all. I'm gonna make it till next week now because I had my neighbor getting rid of some. Hey, you stop! Stay out of the mud. I had my neighbor come over with some deer and pork meat sausages because he's clearing out his freezer. They were fantastic. There had to be maple syrup in it. There was a really sweetness and a smokiness to it. They were fantastic. Stop going in the damn hole! No more digging! Stop! I don't need you freaking covered in mud. I brushed you for like hours yesterday to get all the crap out of your fur. And now you look like you ate a mud pie for lunch. Yeah, 10 pounds of apples are going for $10.99. I was lucky. Even the price of bread has gone up. The one thing I can count on for a comfort meal, though, is still cheap. I can get a No Frills. No Frills is a discount store and the discount brand in Canada. I can get their pizza for like $3, and it's a good damn pizza. If you just to cook in the oven, it's gonna be a crap pizza. But to do it in my wood oven, it turns this really crap piece of pizza into something nice. This is what she did. Look at this. Look at her face. She's been eating mud, digging her face into the dirt. That's a bad moose. You're a bad moose. You're a bad moose. You're a good girl, though. Let me pretend I've got hair. Oh, there she goes. I'm pretty sure all dogs have beards. She's in that teenager phase where she wants to do nothing but cause trouble. Boondock, how are my balls doing? Unfortunately, while I was bringing it inside yesterday, I dropped it and I cracked my ball in two. So now my black ball is broken. So I'm going to have to harvest more dirt and start from zero. But I've been researching different methods to make it, and now I have the proper method too, because I was doing it wrong last time. That's just to shape the ball to a perfect sphere, and then you start adding more layers and water layers, and you get it wet, then you add more layers, put it into a bag, let it moisten up, add more layers until it's somewhat smooth and soft, and then you polish it. I will be making another one. Just not today, it's too fucking hot. There's my flat dog. Jim, you're not wrong. There are toys all over the place. We do our training. Well, I've done our training, and I use her toys to do that. Is I've got a rabbit pheromone that I've sprayed onto her toys, and I've been hiding them through the grass. So I give her the scent. She follows it to go find the toy and get it and kill it. So hopefully she can start picking up the scent on rabbits and bring me a rabbit sometime. Because she's got the hunt and kill instinct. Look at that. That is an absolute killer. Poppy booty. I'm going to offend my dog. Who got a big fat butt? You got a big fat butt. Oh no. Ah. You got a big fat butt, Moose. You're so jiggly. You're so jiggly. You're so jiggly. How'd you get a big fat butt? Puppy booty. Rabbit tastes like rabbit. I can't really describe what rabbit tastes like. It tastes like rabbit. That's what it tastes like. You'd have to eat a rabbit to know what it tastes like. Well, anyways, guys, as I said, I'm going to be heading into town probably now because I see him wandering around. I'm going to let you go and go fill up my water and get myself into a spring. It's going to be so cold and beautiful, and I'm going to love it. Just, oh, nice and cold. Nice and cold. You guys take care. Love y'all, and see you in the next one.